Get a look outside our downtown Providence studios at 6 o'clock with our ABC6 Skycam looking gorgeous. Like had the Taylor Swift song. All right, here are some of the top stories you'll see on Good Morning Providence. Due back in court, the local man accused in the Pentagon leaks case. The new details revealed about Dighton's Jack Teixeira ahead of a detention hearing today. Plus, right in the middle of the action, the scene along Mineral Spring Ave in North Providence as Good Burger 2 gets set for its second day of filming. And it's her, Taylor Swift is here. The Eras Tour kicks off tonight in Foxborough. We're going to go live to Gillette Stadium to check in with the Swifties and have your Taylor cast weather. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tara Lanazak. She's Skylar Spindler. It's Friday, May 19th, and a happy Friday to you. We made it through the week, and I made it through Taylor Cast all week.
Yeah, you did well. You were a trooper. You know, it was fun. It's been fun doing this because, you know, a lot of you guys know she has a house here.
Yes, over in Westerly. Yeah.
So we were just having a little fun with Taylor being in town this week. So, you know, heading out to the concert tonight, possibly. Yeah. So tonight's looking pretty good. Tomorrow, we've got that rain moving in.
Swifties.
But
poncho for the Swifties.
Yeah, but no lightning, so that's the good thing. And then Sunday, you know, again, another nice day. So Sunday is probably going to be my pick of the week here. So, like I said, today we're just warming up nicely. We got that evening rain on tomorrow, and then Sunday looking nice. So Providence, 42 degrees outside. Winds are calm this morning. They will be turning in out of the south later on. Temperatures currently, so we have some 30 degrees sitting here. We're going to be warming up. So New Bedford sitting at 34, Taunton 35, but look across, we're in the 40s in a lot of areas. And then now Westerly dipped down a little bit of that cool air, dropped into that area. But don't worry, we do rebound quickly today. We'll see those 60s by the time we get into the lunch hour. And then we warm up nicely. So even some areas, so if you're heading up to Foxborough later on, you're going to be in those upper 60s. So again, you can see a lot of those 60s around the area as we head through the day. And then even in the evening hours, it's going to be not too bad, upper 50s around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock tonight. So not too bad to be heading out to a concert this evening. Winds will be out of the south from 5 to 15 miles an hour. So again, we're warming up. So if you're heading out there this afternoon, just expect those 60s, those upper 60s. And then by the time we get into about the 9 o'clock hour, we'll start to drop a little bit. And then we'll be in those 50s in the evening hours. But looking all good today. I'm going to have more details on your forecast coming up in just a moment.
Skylar, thank you. More Taylor mania now. Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey issuing a citation yesterday recognizing the arrival of Taylor over in the Bay State. It says in part, "Welcome to Massachusetts. It's been waiting for you. The Eras Tour has been a long time coming, but we're ready for the weekend of our wildest dreams. We'll welcome you back forever and always." And thousands of fans are getting ready to welcome Taylor Swift to Gillette tonight. Some of them even showed up to Gillette yesterday in hopes of getting their hands on some merch. Good Morning Providence reporter Yanni Trigelis is live in Foxborough at Gillette Stadium, where pretty soon it's going to be overflowing with all the Swifties. Good morning, Yanni.
Good morning, Tara Lynn. Yeah, the madness is just getting started here at Gillette Stadium. More than 200,000 people expected here at Gillette Stadium throughout this whole weekend to see Taylor Swift for the first time performing here in 2 years. Now, those fans also showing up in the thousands yesterday to get their hands on some merch. And this three-show weekend starts tonight at 6:30 in the parking lots. They open at 2:30. Stadium officials and police with a PSA to everyone driving in, use Route 495 and 95 via Route 1. And also to avoid using back roads and driving through people's neighborhoods where police will have checkpoints set up. Now, the build-up for this show, it has been insane, and fans, they can't wait much longer to see Taylor, but for one Swiftie that we spoke with yesterday without tickets, she's still holding out hope that she'll actually be able to get into Gillette this weekend.
I really am a big Taylor Swift fan, and I literally was so desperate, and I'm still so desperate. I want tickets so bad.
And those tickets, they are not going to be cheap if she's able to get them. The cheapest ones I've been able to find this morning, just at about $1,000 cheapest price ticket. So if you are coming, again, be sure to be safe, follow some of those guidelines outlined by police and Gillette Stadium officials. I'll have more on those, some more of those guidelines as well coming up in the next half hour. We're live in Foxborough. Yanni Tregellis, ABC 6 News.
Maybe Yanni will sing something from Taylor Swift the next time we check in with him, like he sang Good Burger 2 yesterday. Also, it's just a big weekend here. We have Celtics, Taylor Swift, Janet Jackson, college graduations. Everybody just really be mindful of your time when you're hitting the roads this weekend. So back here in Providence, Good Burger 2. It started filming in North Providence yesterday. That's expected to continue today at the Old Friendlies, right along Mineral Spring Ave. Stars Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell are back for the sequel of the 1997 hit, and the residents in North Providence are taking notice of all of that commotion.
I've been obsessed with this movie and I've been waiting for Good Burger 2 forever.
It's good. It's going to be a real big thing. You know, I think a lot of people are going to enjoy watching the new one.
I have a chance to meet a couple of them by coincidence, but they're very kind.
And Good Burger 2 will be filming through June 1st. Now, we're also taking a look at tracking a bear roaming through Bristol County, Mass. This morning. Various social media reports put this guy that you're seeing on your screen all over Taunton yesterday, or maybe it's a friend of his. The picture you see was shared Tuesday by Mansfield Police after residing in their town. And since then, the bear, well, it's been on the move. After a number of stops in Taunton yesterday, the most recent confirmed sighting is over in Dighton. The animal control officer advised residents there to take in their bird feeders, lock up trash, and leave that bear alone. And now to an ABC 6 news update at 6:06. The Dighton man accused of leaking highly classified U.S. military documents is expected in court for a detention hearing today. New documents filed in court show Jack Teixeira was reprimanded multiple times for failing to protect classified information before his arrest. He was an IT specialist working at Otis Air National Guard Base in Cape Cod. Now, the court files show he was first written up in September for taking notes on classified information, then spoken to after an October meeting for asking very specific questions. The Air Force is investigating all of this.
Were reports filed by others in his unit citing some of these violations. And so what didn't happen when, that's part of what the report will uncover.
And also a part of the investigation, an apparent incident back in January when these court filings say Teixeira was seen looking at information not related to his regular duties. All right, 6:08. Let's check in with meteorologist Skylar Spindler.
Well, we're looking outside. Sun is coming up. Some of us, it's a little bit of a cool start. So we're seeing some of those 30s around the area. It's 34 in New Bedford, 35 in Taunton. So this little cool dip of air. But some of us are already in the 40s, so 42 in Providence. West really dropped down a bit because some of that air just sunk into the area. So now you're seeing 39 there. But moving into the morning hours, we do rebound today nicely. So we're going to be warming up. So we'll see those 60s by the time we get into the lunchtime hour. And then just after, but we do have some clouds that's going to start to increase. That's just because we have a southerly wind moving in. We'll see a few clouds moving in the afternoon, but we still warm up very nicely. So you can see some of these 2 o'clock temperatures. Smithfield looking at 66 degrees, Norwood 70. So heading out to Gillette, it's going to be pretty nice out there. You'll see those temperatures warming up very well. So for all you guys arriving early this afternoon, it'll be nice weather. Just grab the cardigan for the evening hours because we do dip down into the 50s as we get into the evening hours. But winds stay out of the south 5 to 15 miles an hour, breezy at times, but not too bad. So the big setup, what we're going to be expecting to be coming up for tomorrow, we have 2 systems. We got one to the south and system number 2 right here behind me. And these are going to be working its way in to our area tomorrow. I'm going to have more details on when the rain is going to arrive coming up here in just a moment.
All right, let's take you outside at 6:09. You're looking at 95 at Thurber's with our ABC 6 Skycam. Things are looking nice and smooth and good out there. And let's get to new this morning. Now, protesters, they blocked part of Friendship Street in Providence last night, calling for bail reform. A group of organizations organized the rally to call for the passage of a probation reform bill that's been introduced in the Rhode Island House and Senate. The Senate version would require courts to set what it calls reasonable bail for people who appear as probation violators. Now, it would also require courts to hold a hearing within 30 days of an arrest for a probation violation.
So yeah, we're definitely excited with the turnout. It means a lot because I think it represents the fact that people do want to change the world they live in. Right? People understand the probation system is unjust, and we're just trying to collectively with them, remind ourselves, prove to ourselves that we can really change it. So in that sense, yeah, it's nice to put all the theories and the thoughts into practice, put it into action.
Now you can see the shirts right there on your screen. Some protesters, they wore that shirt, Justice for Carol, referring to Carol Pona. The protesters say her case represents why they're fighting for reform, recalling that she died at the ACI in March after being held without bail. And now to news we're following up on today. Providence police are investigating a shooting on Smith Hill. It happened just after 8 last night at Smith and Holden Streets, about a block up from the State House. Police tell us one person was shot in the chest area and taken to the hospital. Now, there's no update on the victim's condition just yet. Detectives are now looking into the case. We'll update you as more information comes into the newsroom. In our ABC 6 news crews also on scene of a large police and fire presence in Fall River last night. This is near Wapita Pond in the city. Now, we've reached out to police to ask what prompted the response, and we'll update you also on abc6.com when we hear back. And what we know, what caused a fire that left part of a Smithfield home collapsed Tuesday. The state fire marshal's office says oil-soaked rags stored in a bucket caught on fire and then spread into the home. Thankfully, nobody was home at the time of the fire. The house, though, is a total loss. A family of 4 lived there. And at 6:12, still to come on Good Morning Providence on your Friday, details on the brave works of firefighters to rescue 15 construction workers from a massive fire in North Carolina yesterday. And a Florida couple makes a pretty horrifying discovery. What they found out a security tech was doing with their home cameras and what's now known about his background. And you're watching Good Morning Providence on ABC 6. We thank you so much. We appreciate you waking up with us. We'll be right back.
The McDonald's breakfast bagel sandwich. A fluffy egg, 2 slices of cheese, plus your choice of a steak patty, bacon, or sausage, all in a toasted bagel. Enjoy yours today.
Do you hear that? That is the sound of BMW performance without a single piston or cylinder. A generation of all-electric vehicles designed and built like no other, meaning every turn is met with unwavering confidence. But isn't that what you'd expect from the ultimate electric driving machine?
Hurry into the BMW Memorial Day sales event and lease a BMW iX for $9.99 per month.
You know, if you were cash back and you could earn on everything with just one card, Chase Freedom Unlimited. So if you're off the racking or crab cracking, you're cash backing. Cash back on flapjacks, baby backs, or tacos at the Taco Shack.
Nah, I'm working on my 6-pack.
Switch to a King Suite.
Or book a silent retreat.
Silent retreat? Oh, hold up. Yeah, I can't talk right now. I'm at a silent retreat. Cash back on everything you buy with Chase Freedom Unlimited with no annual fee. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
You know what's really interesting? Our customers are just so surprised Bridget didn't recommend just the most expensive mattress. That's because she recommends a series of mattresses that'll fit you at different prices. Come in and meet Bridget.
Me and my friends started holding hands and we all started to pray.
This is one of the most powerful stories I have ever covered. The unthinkable.
When I saw him run out, I thought I had lost him.
Sadly, after tragedies like this, the world moves on. Well, not this time.
Oh my God. I didn't want another mom to feel this way.
This is one special you will never forget. I certainly won't.
Wanna works all day, so I can keep working my magic. Just Wanna 12 hours of uninterrupted arthritis pain relief. Aleve, who do you take it for?
The McDonald's breakfast bagel sandwich. A fluffy egg, 2 slices of cheese, plus your choice of a steak patty, bacon, or sausage, all in a toasted bagel. Enjoy yours today.
Welcome back. 6:15, caught on camera video of intense flames shooting from a construction site in North Carolina. As you're about to see, it posed a significant challenge for more than 90 firefighters who responded to that scene. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert.
Overnight, firefighters in North Carolina scouring the charred remnants of this construction site, searching for victims after a deadly fire tore through the 7-story building.
I saw the building in flames and coming down, so, I mean, it's scary.
The fire breaking out yesterday when a machine on the second floor ignited.
It collapsed.
Workers tried to contain the flames, but the partially completed apartment complex was quickly engulfed, forcing nearly 100 workers to run for safety.
They start getting out. They start screaming, get out, because the building's on fire.
The inferno moving so quickly, this crane operator did not have time to escape. The man trapped high above the building for nearly 2 hours before he was finally rescued.
When you're up 6 floors above a burning building, you're right in the middle of the chaos, and you're seeing helicopters fly over and nobody's coming to rescue you. I'm sure his life probably literally flashed before his eyes. What's going to happen to me?
Firefighters pulled more than a dozen people from the building, but at least one construction worker remained unaccounted for overnight. And the family of 30-year-old DeMonte Sherrill, a construction worker at the site, says his company called them to inform them that he did not survive. Sherrill's mother watching his final moments play out on Facebook Live.
I was hoping, but just from the live and the way the room filled up with smoke, I didn't see it being any hope. A loving father, caring person, and he just wanted to be with his children.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
And now, your ABC 6 Storm Tracker meteorologist, Skylar Spindler.
Well, we're looking outside at Providence. A very pretty shot. We have some nice clear skies this morning. A little deceiving again. It is cool in some areas, but we do rebound quickly. So we've got some of these 30s right along from Norwood all the way down to New Bedford. But a lot of us are already kind of sitting into those low 40s this morning. We're going to be warming up quickly. It's 50 degrees in Block Island. So what we're expecting for today, we got that cool start this morning, but we are warming up today. We're going to see those mid and upper 60s around the area. The winds are out of the south from about 5 to 15 miles an hour. So here's what we're looking at as we head into today and tomorrow. So we've got two systems. We got system number 1 just here in North Carolina, and that's going to be tracking right on up into our area, and then right behind it is system number 2, and this one's going to be moving across. Now they're not going to merge together, but they're going to be just one right after another, and you're probably not even going to notice it as we start to get into tomorrow. So what'll happen is we'll be pretty clear for the morning hours for Saturday, but by the time we get into Saturday afternoon, so expect after lunchtime, system number 1 makes its way up into our area. So again, moving in from the south, pushing up, you can kind of see some heavier pockets of rain that'll be moving through this system. And so we'll have moments where you'll be clear, you'll get some patchy rain. We're expecting the heavier rounds of rain to be moving in the evening hours. So again, we'll have this moving through, this finally exits out, and then here's system number 2. So like I said, you're not going to notice the difference. They don't merge, but you'll have a lull. So as this one finally gets up and out of here, and you see the heavier rain moves in the evening hours. Now we're hoping a lot of this heavier rain moves in after the concerts, but we do have the second round that'll move through in the overnight hours. So we are expecting about a ½ an inch to an inch of rain total. Now this is just a European model, and this just gives you kind of a projection, but some areas could get some pockets of heavier rain. So we are just, like I said, expecting roughly about a ½ inch to an inch total of rain through the event. So if you're heading out to Gillette Stadium this weekend at 6:30, here's our temperatures. We're looking at 61 tonight. It'll be 62 tomorrow night at 6:30 with the rain moving in. So grab your, umbrellas, or I guess maybe you can't take umbrellas out there. Double check with Gillette Stadium what you can and cannot take, but just make sure you have something maybe to protect yourself. But no lightning with this, so that's the good news. And then by the time we get into Sunday at 6:30, it'll be 70 degrees, so quite nice. But as we're looking at this 7-day forecast, once we get past the weekend, we're on a nice dry stretch of weather, even heading into next weekend. So something to look forward to. As we start to approach Memorial Weekend, we can start making some outdoor plans for the weekend. Maybe do some beach time or outdoor barbecues, grilling, whatever you fancy.
I love Memorial Day weekend. It's the kickoff to the summer. I mean, I know it's not official, but it is. It's just a great way to kick off summer and let loose of all that gross winter yuck weather.
Can't wait.
And
some
it's gonna be
spring
fabulous.
and some spring cleaning. So
Spring cleaning,
if
yep.
you don't go to a concert, maybe you use Saturday as your spring cleaning day to prepare for the nice summer weather that's right around the corner.
Absolutely. It's going to be great. All right. Thank you, Skylar. At 6:28, Florida couple is accusing two men who installed security cameras at their home of using them to spy on them during intimate moments. Now, a lawsuit filed in Palm Beach County says there was evidence that two technicians had accessed the security camera thousands of times to watch footage of the woman undressing and videos of the couple having sex. Now, the employees were fired in 2021, and one of them was a convicted felon, having previously pled guilty to an attempted murder charge in 1992. And in Canada, police are looking for a person caught on camera vandalizing more than 400 cars. Now, in a statement Wednesday, police said they received 3 reports between January and April about the mass keying incidents. The suspect is believed to be a woman between 40 and 50 years old with shoulder-length blonde hair. They estimate the damage at around 500,000 Canadian dollars. And it's 6:21, still to come on Good Morning Providence. The game of the year, an absolutely wild hockey game that only represents the first of potentially 7 between the two best in the Eastern Conference.
Stop and shop for great deals. 80% lean ground beef or I-round roast are $2.99 per pound with a digital coupon. Coca-Cola mini cans 10-pack are buy 2 get 1 free. Plus, now get locked-in savings for weeks. Look for our new deal lock tags throughout the store. Stop and shop. Feed the moment.
We're reinventing our network
for total confidence and complete control.
Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service.
How powerful is Cox Internet?
Beginning simulation.
So powerful that one day you'll be able to simulate a real game against some of the best basketball players in the world. From your driveway. Cox Internet. With multi-gig speeds coming soon, it's internet built for tomorrow, today.
We're kicking off Bob's Summer of Savings in all my stores coast to coast this Memorial Day weekend. Celebrating over 30 years of furniture fun in my now 165 stores across the United States. So come join the party because I've got new collections you won't want to miss and treats for the whole fam. Plus, get Bob's discount on my highly rated furniture, mattresses, and more with financing options to fit your budget. Get your home summer ready during Bob's Summer of Savings this Memorial Day weekend. I've saved you a seat at the party, and a sofa, and a bed, and a
Life doesn't stop for diabetes. Be ready for every moment with Glucerna. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand that's scientifically designed to help manage your blood sugar. Live every moment. Glucerna.
This week, stop and shop for great deals. Lean ground beef or patties are $2.99 per pound. Lay's potato chips or Lay's kettle chips are $1.97 each when you buy 3. And strawberries, raspberries, or blackberries are buy 2, get 1 free. Stop and shop. Feed the moment.
With so much at stake, more Americans turn to ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir, America's #1 newscast across all of television.
And ABC 6 News with Tiffany Murphy and John DeLuca, Southern New England's trusted news team.
Watch ABC 6 News first at 4th immediately after Hot Bench.
Welcome back, 6:24. Let's talk hockey. Trending now, hockey fans hoping for a thrilling first game of the Eastern Conference Finals. Got that and then some last night. The Hurricanes and Panthers took not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 overtimes to decide a winner. Now, the Panthers' Ryan Lomberg thought he had the game-winning goal in the first overtime, but Florida was called for goalie interference, so no goal there. So we end up going all the way to the 4th overtime, and with just seconds remaining, the Panthers get the steal and the game winner. 3-2, the final in game 1. Here's ABC6 meteorologist Skylar Spindler. She has your forecast. Hey there, Skylar.
You know, my Florida Panthers seem to be on fire right now. I'm pretty excited. And my Heat. I got all my Miami teams all in this. It's pretty exciting right now. All right, so if we're headed off to the bus stop, 49 degrees this morning. We're warming up this afternoon. We'll be in those mid-60s around the area as you're heading home. So the recap, we've got two systems headed our way. Storm number 1, just here south in North Carolina area, moving up the coast. And storm number 2 right here behind me that'll be moving into our area. So for today, pretty nice. It's going to have pretty skies today. We've got some clouds moving in the afternoon. We'll keep those temperatures around the mid-60s roughly for the area. Winds will be out of the south 5 to 15 miles an hour. So moving into the rest of the day today. So what you can expect with the temperatures as we head into about the lunchtime hour, we're in the 60s. And if you're heading out to Foxborough, you can kind of see we'll be in those upper 60s around 3 o'clock today. Clouds do start to increase and move into the area. And then by the time we get into the 8 o'clock hour, that's when Taylor goes on tonight. So we're looking at those right around 60 degrees, but most of us sitting in those 50s, so not too bad. And then at the end of the concert, looking at those lower 50s tonight. But for tomorrow, that system number 1 does move up into the area, so we're expecting it to be arriving just after lunchtime. So again, depending on where you're at, this will start to move through. So we'll have those rounds of rain moving through the afternoon tomorrow and into the evening hours. So just be aware, be prepared. Even if you're doing something else other than going to a concert and you're outdoors, just remember just to pack the rain gear, be prepared, because we have that rain moving through much of the afternoon and evening time. But Sunday it clears out and we'll have those low 70s.
All right, let's see what's shaking on those roads out there. If there's a lot of traffic, we're gonna shake it off. All right, let's take a look at the travel times. Taylor Swift has officially got to me, everyone. It's Friday. All right, 95 northbound Attleboro to Canton. It's about 18 minutes there, so you don't need to shake it off. That's fine. You're moving right along there. It's 6:27 still to come on Good Morning Providence. Buckle up, Swifties. The big night is here. Yanni, well, he's live at Gillette on Taylor Watch out of her first show in Foxborough tonight. And a new job for a high-profile former Providence police commander. When and where Tom Birdie is returning to the public eye. You're watching Good Morning Providence on ABC6. Thanks for starting your day with us. We'll be right back.
This coffee went from last resort to first option. Now try a McCafe iced coffee with bold new flavor. Get any size for just $1.79. Only at McDonald's.
At Cape Cod Cupola, we're dedicated to enhancing the appearance of your property.
Since 1939, our family-owned and operated small business has been creating unique handcrafted AZEK or wood cupolas, as well as copper weather vanes and fittings. We're proud to say all our products are made right here in the good old USA.
Call us at 508-994-2119
or visit us at 78 State Road in North Dodge.
For more information, visit our website, capecodcupola.com.
When you use the finest quality materials, beautiful takes on a whole new meaning. Outdoor Living Materials is proud to provide its customers with the very best by carrying Keystone Hardscapes. Keystone Hardscapes is the premier hardscape solution for pavers, walls, and more. If you've dreamed of a breathtaking landscaped backyard that will continue to look beautiful year after year, rely on Keystone's trusted wall solutions, patio stones, and outdoor living elements to make your dream a reality.
Save big
during the Memorial Day mattress sale at Raymore and Flanigan. Get huge savings on top brands. Up to $500 off Tempur-Pedic, up to $400 off Beautyrest Black, up to $300 off Purple, and much more. Or finance your new mattress for as little as $15 a month with no deposit and no interest for 72 months. Mattresses are in stock and ready for free next day delivery and removal. Grab these deals while they last. The Memorial Day mattress sale is on now at Raymore and Flanigan.
You love a cold, refreshing soft drink from McDonald's. So we've got even colder ones.
Now get any size frozen Coca-Cola for just $1.99, only at McDonald's.
This is Southern New England's trusted news source, Good Morning Providence.
Welcome back to Good Morning Providence. I'm Carolyn Izak. It's 6:30. Happy Friday to you. You made it through the week. If you had a tough week, hey, it's Friday and there's a fun weekend in store. And I think the temperatures are warming up today. Here's meteorologist Skylar Spindler with a check of your forecast.
You know, not only is it Friday, but you made it through our week of Taylor casting and all of our comments for the week and all of our Swift references.
And to everyone out there too that's not a Swiftie, we congratulate you too for making it through this.
Thank you for making it through the week with us. We were just having a lot of fun with this, but today we are warming up for tomorrow. We have that afternoon and evening rain that's approaching our area. Sunday, we're clearing up, so that's the good news. So right now, Providence is 42 degrees. Winds are calm this morning, and we're going to see those shifting later on out of the south. So temperatures currently, we got this little area of cold air. We're looking at 34 degrees in New Bedford. It's 42 in Providence, 42 in Smithfield. Westerly dipped down to 39 degrees, but Block Island is 50 degrees. So we are heading into the morning hours. We do warm up. We got some clouds that will start to increase just because we have those south winds. So we'll see those 60s after lunchtime, and then by 3 o'clock, again, some clouds, some 60s, some upper 60s around the area. And even by 7 o'clock tonight, we're still going to have some of us hanging in those 60s, but most of us in the 50s around 7 p.m. And as we get into the evening, later hours, again, we're going to be just dropping down just a little bit. So grab the jacket for tonight. Just need a light one. So we have that cool start today, but we're warming up nicely. We'll have those mid to upper 60s around the area. Winds out of the south 5 to 15 miles an hour. And if you're heading out to the concert, here's some of the expected temperatures and times. So we'll still be in those upper 60s around 5, 6 o'clock tonight, and then by 8, 9 o'clock we'll be right around 60, 61 degrees, and then towards the end of the concert in those mid 50s. But I'll have more details on your forecast coming up here in just a moment.
Skylar, thank you. We'll see you in a bit. Let's keep moving along with the Swift Mania. Thousands of fans, they're getting ready to welcome Taylor Swift to Gillette Stadium tonight. And some of them even showed up to Gillette yesterday in hopes of getting their hands on some merch so they don't have to take time away from the concert this weekend. Good Morning Providence reporting Yanni Turgelis. Well, he's live in Foxborough at Gillette Stadium where pretty soon it's going to be packed. Good morning, Yanni.
Yeah, Terralyn, well, if you're coming to Gillette Stadium this weekend, you're going to want to get here early. The parking lots, they open at 2:30, and Gillette Stadium officials, they say they expect more than 200,000 people to be at Gillette Stadium this weekend. And the Taylor Swift Mania, it has been building up over 2 years since the last time she performed here at Gillette Stadium. And the Swifties, they are ready. Thousands of them showing up yesterday to get their hands on some of her merch. But the madness, it's just getting started. State Police and Gillette Stadium officials, again, preparing for the huge crowds and the craziness that's going to come with the commute here to Gillette. Again, reminding those concert goers that the parking lots open at 2:30 for ticket goers. And if you are driving in, you should use Route 495 and 95 and avoid using back roads and driving through people's neighborhoods where police will have checkpoints set up. And again, if you are coming and you were possibly thinking of taking the train, some bad news for you, as the MBTA train routes here to Foxborough Station, they are all sold out.
This train's coming from both Providence and Boston. All 3 days is for Boston and 2 days for Providence.
We are at our maximum capacity from the MBTA, and both those trains have sold out.
You should also make sure, if you are coming, to have clear plastic bags with you when entering the stadium. And ticket prices, they are expensive. They have been expensive. The cheapest ones today on the day of show, cheapest one about $1,000 that I've been able to find. But Swifties, they're still holding out hope that they're going to be able to get inside of Gillette no matter what the cost is. We're live in Foxborough. Yanni Tregelis, ABC 6 News.
All right, Yanni, thanks so much. Also, pack some snacks in the car. You're going to be waiting probably a long time in traffic after the Taylor Swift concert tonight if you're driving. All right, let's get to our next story at 6:34. The Dighton man accused of leaking highly classified U.S. military documents is expected in court for a detention hearing today. New documents filed in court show Jack Teixeira was reprimanded multiple times for failing to protect classified information before his arrest. He was an IT specialist working at Otis Air National Guard Base in Cape Cod, and the court files show he was written up in September for taking notes on classified information and then spoken to after an October meeting for asking very specific questions. The Air Force is investigating all of this.
Were reports filed by others in his unit citing some of these violations. And so what didn't happen when, that's part of what the report will uncover.
Now, also a part of the investigation, an apparent incident back in January when these court filings say Teixeira was seen looking at information not related to his regular duties. And then Providence police are investigating a shooting over on Smith Hill. It happened just after 8 last night at Smith and Holden Streets. About a block up from the State House, police tell us one person was shot in the chest area and taken to the hospital. Now, there's no update on the victim's condition just yet. Detectives are now looking into the case. We'll update you as more information comes into the newsroom. And new this morning at 6:36, with the spring semester over at Bristol Community College, the COVID vaccine mandate is gone as well. Now, the college announced students and staff will no longer need to prove they got vaccinated to be on campus. That starts with this summer semester. The college said specific groups of students or employees may still need to be vaccinated because of things like clinical placements. Now, that move comes in line with all the other community colleges in Massachusetts, which are lifting their vaccine requirement too. Former Providence Police Commander Tom Verde is in line for a new job. Governor Dan McKee nominated Verde to take over as Department of Revenue Director. Now, Verde served on the Providence Police Force for 35 years. He retired in November. And then in his new role, Verde would oversee the entire Department of Revenue, which focuses on collection and distribution of state money, operating the state lottery, oversight of things like driver licensing and car registrations. The Senate has to approve this nomination. In the Rhode Island State Police held an annual memorial service to recognize fallen officers yesterday. It also meant to serve as a reminder of the risks law enforcement officers face day to day. Colonel Darnell Weaver said it's a special day and said it's also important to recognize the sacrifice of fallen officers, families, and the suffering they face after a line of duty death. He said command staff members cleaned the graves of troopers who died in the line of duty last month.
It's a testament to our organization and the pride that we feel in our organization and remembering those that came before us. I think in today's society, we tend to forget about the people that are no longer with us, and it's important for us to remember them and pay our respects.
We also asked Colonel Weaver about the summer ahead for his troopers. He said state police will have the usual amount of troopers on Block Island, but he's going to be focusing on the traffic enforcement. Let's get a look outside at 6:36 with our ABC 6 Sky Cam. Out there on this Friday, things are warming up for the weekend, which we like to see. Here's ABC 6 meteorologist Skylar Spindler.
Yeah, you know, it's a little deceiving. Very pretty outside, but some of us, it's a little chilly this morning. So we've got some 30s around the area. It's 34 in New Bedford and 35 in Taunton, but it's 42 in Providence, and we have 50 degrees in Block Island. So as we head through the morning hours, you'll need the jacket this morning, but as we get into the afternoon, it gets nice. So as long as you're in the sunshine, it'll feel pretty good. So here's a look as we get into the 3 o'clock hour. We got some of those clouds increasing. They're starting to move up because that southerly wind is taking place, but we'll see those upper 60s if you're heading out to Foxborough. But again, around the area, a lot of 60s for the afternoon. So we're warming up nicely. We'll keep those winds out of the south about 5 to 15 miles an hour. So we'll have some breezy winds at time. But what we're expecting, we have 2 systems on the way. System number 1 down by North Carolina. This one's going to be tracking up the coast into our area. System number 2 right here behind me. This one's going to be working its way in. These 2 merge together, and we're not going to notice a huge difference as they start to move into the area. We'll get a couple of lulls at times, but they're just going to be back to back as we move into Saturday. I'm going to have more details on your 7-day and the timing on the rain coming up here in just a moment.
6:39 political news. There is now a permanent director at the Rhode Island DCYF for the first time in 4 years. The Senate approved Ashley Deckard yesterday. She was nominated by Governor McKee back in April. Her professional work experience comes from Illinois, where she previously served as a foster care child welfare specialist. She also worked at the Department of Children and Family Services there for 13 years. And abortion access is now expanded in Rhode Island. The governor signed the Equality in Abortion Coverage Act shortly after the Senate passed it. Now all state employees and those on Medicaid are covered for the procedure. ABC6 News reporter Alyssa Azara has the details.
Governor Dan McKee signing the Equality in Abortion Coverage Act just a short time after passing a full Senate vote of 24-12. Those in support of the bill, like Senator Bridget Valverde of District 35, says this was a long time coming.
For decades, so many women on Medicaid and our state employees on the state plans have not had access to abortion coverage through their health care coverage. And it's unjust, and I'm glad that we were able to pass this bill.
Previously, abortions were covered for state employees and those on Medicaid in instances of rape, incest, or health of the mother. Now those women will have access to abortion coverage no matter the circumstance.
It certainly shouldn't be a day of rejoicing. One of my colleagues said on the floor, it should be a somber time, and I totally agree with him.
Senate Minority Leader and Republican Jessica De La Cruz fought hard against the bill, even though she says she knew it would pass. She says tax dollars should not go to, quote, elective abortions.
I am so excited to see what kind of lawsuits are going to come about because it's clearly stated in our Constitution that there's no right to the funding of abortion.
And as Valverde celebrates the Equality in Abortion Coverage Act, she says what happens from here on out is a decision between healthcare providers and their patients.
There are a lot of objections to a lot of things that we pay for through our budget, but that's why we leave these decisions up to doctors and their patients so that people can get the care that they need.
That was Alyssa Azara reporting at 6:42. Still to come on Good Morning Providence. Plus, working to afford a default as debt ceiling talks continue in Washington. What Democrats say about the progress made ahead of the weekend. You're watching Good Morning Providence on ABC6. Thank you so much. Happy Friday. We'll be right back. Sit tight.
Call the Car Wreck Pro at 1-800-LAW-1222. I'm attorney Rob Levine, the heavy hitter.
People always ask me, what's the best mattress? Well, the best mattress for me isn't necessarily the best mattress for you. Bridget and our Sleep Techs will fit you to the perfect mattress. So if you're going to spend a third of your life sleeping on it, shouldn't it be the one for you?
Get peace of mind when buying your next home by hiring CMS Home Inspection. CMS Home Inspection offers Rhode Island, surrounding Massachusetts, and eastern Connecticut home inspections with reports ready the same day. Their team delivers complete reports with photos and videos included so you know what you're buying. Ensure that your home's in the best condition it can be. Call CMS Home Inspection today.
This is the 2023 Nissan Rogue. With a surprisingly fuel-efficient VC turbo engine, you can go from zero to fun in no time and leave basic far behind. The 2023 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get a low $299 per month lease or get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
At Cox Mobile, we know most mobile plans treat you like another sheep in the flock, forcing you to pay for a whole heap of data like everyone else, even if a whole heap isn't what you need. Now that's more like it. Find plans that fit you based on the data you need for as low as $15 a gig with no annual contract while running on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability. Cox Mobile. We're different because you're different.
And now please welcome Anna Montoya.
Hello there, fellow students.
You know what's really interesting? Our customers are just so surprised Bridget didn't recommend just the most expensive mattress. That's because she recommends a series of mattresses that'll fit you at different prices. Come in and meet Bridget.
644 in national political news today. President Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy are signaling they're finding common ground in debt ceiling negotiations. Their headway comes just 13 days away from a possible default on June 1st. ABC's Justin Finch with those details from Washington.
President Biden keeping tabs on debt ceiling talks all the way from the G7 summit in Japan.
I'm confident that we'll get the agreement on the budget, that America will not default.
The White House going on to say President Biden directed his team to continue pressing forward for a bipartisan agreement, and he remains confident that Congress will take necessary action to avoid default. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy also sounding more upbeat.
Where we were a week ago and where we are today is a much better place.
But on Capitol Hill, concerns that progress could hit another roadblock. The Republican House Freedom Caucus now wants debt ceiling talks suspended until the Senate passes the GOP-passed House debt ceiling bill. That legislation calls for nearly $5 trillion in spending cuts before raising the debt ceiling.
We've made good progress this week, but the work continues. No one will get everything they want.
In the Senate, some in the president's own party are pressuring him to invoke the 14th Amendment to raise the debt ceiling without congressional approval.
I have confidence and faith in the president in these negotiations, but I do not have faith in Speaker McCarthy and right-wing Republican House members.
The president says he's considered the 14th Amendment option, but knows it could invite a slew of legal challenges, while the country would still have no agreed upon means to guarantee all of its debts are being paid. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
646 as we take a look outside. We're going to bring you out there and show you that beautiful shot with our ABC 6 Skycam. And now we're going to send you over to meteorologist Skylar Spindler with your forecast.
Yeah, it's a nice day. It's very pretty. We're going to be warming up. It's a little cool as we get started. We got some 30s on the map. It's 35 in Taunton, 38 degrees in Norwood, but it's 42 in Smithfield. So we got some pockets of cold air. You can kind of see some of these little pockets here and there. But we got some warm pockets too. It's 50 degrees in Block Island and 49 in Martha's Vineyard. So as we're heading through the day, we have this bit of a cool start this morning, but we do warm up nicely today. We got a lot of sunshine. Clouds do start to increase later on, but not too bad. We have the south winds 5 to 15 miles an hour. So here's what we are expecting to be moving into the area for tomorrow. So today looking nice. We have a great day. It's going to be nice throughout the day. We're warming up, but we got two systems that are going to be moving into the area. So system number one down here in North Carolina. This is going to be tracking up the Atlantic coastline and moving right on into our area. System number two right here. And this one's going to be sweeping across and moving in from the west. So what's going to happen tomorrow? This one, system number one, is going to be arriving into the area first. So this will start to approach our area and move in by lunchtime on tomorrow. So here we go, moving into lunchtime, 1 o'clock hour. You can see that system starting to pull up into the area because our winds are moving from the south. But here's system number two. So they don't quite merge, but you're not going to notice much of a difference because system number one is going to completely move out. And we got a quick break. We got some heavier pockets of rain that's going to be moving through. And then right behind it, we got that little bit of a lull momentarily, but then system number two moves through in the evening hours. So we are expecting about a ½ inch to an inch total of rain. Now this particular model, some areas it seems to maybe think it's a little bit higher, but we're really thinking we're only going to get about ½ inch to an inch total. So, and again, those are just projections, but as far as what we're going to make it to the ground, yes, ½ inch to an inch total for the weekend. So if you're heading out to Gillette Stadium tonight or tomorrow or Sunday, 6:30, it's going to be 61 degrees, and for Saturday, it's going to be 62, but with the rain, so be prepared. And then by Sunday, at about the 6:30 time, 70 degrees, so not too bad. So 7-day forecast. We get through this weekend, we're clearing on Sunday, and then by Monday, we're on a dry stretch. So again, we need the rain, so we'll welcome that inch of rain. We definitely need to add to it because as of right now, as we start to head through the rest of this forecast, it looks pretty nice as we start to get into Memorial Weekend. So like I said, we're on a dry stretch, so we're not going to see some rain for a minute.
Absolutely. The grass in my neighborhood is even like screaming at me, like, where's the rain? It's a mess everywhere. My dad is not happy about it. All right, 6:49, we'll be back with a look at your news on the go. Plus, Skylar, she's coming on back with your on the go forecast. You're watching Good Morning Providence on ABC 6. We thank you so much. We'll be right back.
With so many options to try to help you slim down, it's like we're living in a weight loss revolution. But what do you need to know about weight loss drugs? This week, Dr. Jen is here with answers for you. Plus, the new Little Mermaid, Halle Bailey, and Harrison Ford, live on GMA this week.
You double your money, You Bet Your Life, weekdays at 4:30 on ABC 6.
The McDonald's breakfast bagel sandwich. A fluffy egg, 2 slices of cheese, plus your choice of a steak patty, bacon, or sausage, all in a toasted bagel. Enjoy yours today.
It's the most wonderful time of day. Non-drowsy Claritin D knocks out your worst allergy symptoms, including nasal congestion, without knocking you out. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Claritin D.
Get up to 30% off everything at Raymore and Flanigan's Memorial Day sale. We made it easy to upgrade your style with savings on everything throughout the store. Go ahead, buy that dream sofa, gorgeous bedroom set, perfect dining table, stylish outdoor furniture, and more. Save on top mattress brands and sleep better tomorrow night. Or pay later with financing with no interest for 72 months. Unbeatable Memorial Day deals, only while they last at Raymore and Flanigan.
Summer's here, and with an exciting new Toyota, you can take a trip to the beach, the city, the mountains, the desert, ooh, the bayou. I think I'm sinking. Definitely sinking.
You could save up to $1,300 with affordable 3.99% financing on an all-wheel drive RAV4. And every RAV4 comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Frisky's World, the perfect reminder that life's more fun in the deep end.
Yeah, so never stop exploring, always keep it real.
And do whatever floats your boat, just like we do.
Feed their fantasy.
Friskies.
The McDonald's breakfast bagel sandwich. A fluffy egg, 2 slices of cheese, plus your choice of a steak patty, bacon, or sausage, all in a toasted bagel. Enjoy yours today.
Welcome back to your news on the go. All your headlines, weather, and traffic at 6:52. And thousands of fans are getting ready to welcome Taylor Swift to Gillette tonight. Some of them even showed up to the stadium yesterday in hopes of getting their hands on some merch. Good Morning Providence reporting Yanni Trigelis is live in Foxborough at Gillette Stadium, where pretty soon it's going to be whopped with Swifties. Yanni.
Yeah, Tara Lynn, the clock is ticking. Less than 12 hours until the show starts here at Gillette Stadium. Parking lot's going to open at 2:30, so you want to be sure to get here early, dealing with the traffic, get in your seats. And some fans actually already starting to show up. But just a few moments ago, we were talking to a mom and her daughter coming from Connecticut. They left at 4 a.m. They said already here, getting ready to camp out, wait for the show to start. So definitely make sure you're here early if you are coming in. If you do drive in, officials saying that you should come through 495, 95 via Route 1. That is the best way to get down here. Some bad luck if you were hoping to take the train. All MBTA trains, they are sold out. Just absolute madness leading up to the Eras Tour. Taylor Swift getting set to come here to Gillette 6:30 tonight, going all through the weekend. We're going to have much more coming up all throughout the day. Tara Lynn?
Yanni, thank you. Good Burger 2 started filming in North Providence yesterday, and it is expected to continue today at the Old Friendlies right along Mineral Spring Ave. Stars Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell. They're back for the sequel of the 1997 hit. Filming at the Friendlies location is expected to continue through June 1st. And we're tracking a bear that's roaming through Bristol County, Mass. this morning. Various social media reports put this guy all over Taunton yesterday, or it could be one of his buddies. The picture you see was shared Tuesday by Mansfield Police after a sighting in their town. Since then, the bear, well, it's been on the move after a number of stops in Taunton yesterday. The most recent confirmed sighting is over in Dighton. The animal control officer advised residents there to take in bird feeders, lock up trash, and leave that bear alone. Providence police are investigating a shooting on Smith Hill. It happened just after 8 last night at Smith and Holden Streets, about a block up from the State House. Police tell us one person was shot in the chest area and taken to the hospital. Now, there's no update on the victim's condition just yet. Detectives are now looking into the case. We'll update you with more information as it comes into the newsroom. In the Dighton, a man accused of leaking highly classified U.S. military documents is expected in court for a detention hearing today. New documents filed in court show Jack Teixeira was reprimanded multiple times for failing to protect classified information before his arrest. He was an IT specialist working at Otis Air National Guard Base in Cape Cod. The court files show he was first written up in September for taking notes on classified information, then spoken to after an October meeting for asking very specific questions. The Air Force is investigating all of this. And before you head out the door on this Friday, let's get a look-see at the roads out there. You're taking a look at 146 with our ABC6 Skycam. Things are moving along, so you don't have to see red on the roads today like Taylor. You know, things are moving. But let's take a look at some travel times. 114 northbound, White Church to 195, about 10 minutes. 95 northbound, Route 4 to 3 Rivers Ave, same thing, 10. And 1 northbound, Kingstown Road to the Route 4 split on Route 1, it's about 7 minutes. Let's get a last check of your forecast with meteorologist Skylar Spindler.
If you're headed off to the bus stop, it'll be about 49 degrees, so we're warming up, and then it'll be nice into those mid-60s as you head home this afternoon. So here's what we're looking at. We got two systems that's going to be approaching the area. We got system number 1 down there in the North Carolina area, tracking up the coast, and then we got system number 2, that front that's just kind of moving through the Great Lakes area and off in Illinois. So today we are cool to start, but warming up quickly. We'll see those mid to upper 60s around the area. Winds out of the south 5 to 15 miles an hour. So here's that temperature cast getting into the day. So you can see we do warm up nicely, especially if you're heading out to the concert. So not so bad if you're waiting to get into the gates. We'll be in those mid to upper 60s today. And then overnight, and as we head into the evening hours, not too bad. Most of us in the 50s, we don't get too entirely cold in the overnight hours, but the clouds do move in, and that rain starts to move in around lunchtime and just after, and that's going to move through our area and be with us through the afternoon hours of Saturday and into the overnight hours. So if you're headed to the concert or going out to do anything on Saturday, just be prepared for the rain to move in. No lightning expected with this, so that's the good news. Sunday morning, we're clearing, and now we're on a dry stretch.
Great, that's all for now. Good Morning America is coming up next. Be sure to join us for ABC6 News at noon for the latest news, traffic, and weather anytime. ABC6.com is always on. Happy Friday from us. Have a great day.
Watch ABC6 News first at 4 immediately after Hot Bench.
This week, the debt ceiling showdown with so much at stake. Plus, as migrants arrive, how U.S. cities are managing the high number of asylum seekers. More Americans turn to the most watched program on television, World News Tonight with David Muir.
You Bet Your Life, weekdays at 4:30 on ABC6.
I started screening for colon cancer because of my late husband, Jay. I wish he could have seen our daughter Ellie get married on the best day of her life. But colon cancer took him from us, like it's taken so many others. That's why I've made it my mission to talk about getting screened and ask people to share